All right. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of microphone trouble. Hi, everybody. My name is Triston from utahseo.ninja. We're going to go ahead and get started on the next phase of our Weebly tutorial today. We're about 3 minutes in already. It's like I said, I'm sorry. I had a little bit of microphone trouble. I wasn't quite getting anything to show up. So for the folks in the chat, if you guys can just let me know real quick if you can hear me, that would be very much appreciated. And then we'll go ahead and get started. So what we're going to be doing today, assuming you guys can hear me, is we are going to do a quick tour of all the different things that we can do within Weebly and looking at all the built-in functions. And then we're also going to take a look at some of the additional functions that we can get through the apps, which work a lot like a plugin that you would see in something like WordPress. Same basic idea. So it's pretty cool. So I guess we'll go ahead and just get started. Let's see here. So over here on the left-hand side of the screen, once you get to your actual page and you're actually editing everything, then this is what you're going to see. You'll see a blank page, and you'll see like your title and stuff up here, and that's about it. And then all these little guys over here on the side. So before we get too far into this, the first one that I actually want to show you guys is actually down here in the middle. And the reason I want to do this one first is because this has something new. And this is one of the new features that was just recently added to Weebly. And this is the really, really cool thing that they've done. So if you've already seen Weebly tutorials in the past, if you're already kind of familiar with how the different tiles and things like that work, then we will go ahead and we'll start with this first because this is probably what you're interested in. So this is the section segment, all right? And what we can do with this is we can create different sections of the website, and these are things that will span across the entire site. So they're going to be completely responsive, and that's going to work on a mobile version, is going to work on desktop version, is going to work on everything. It's pretty neat, and we can do a whole bunch of really neat things with this. So the first one I want to show you guys is just the gallery. You can take this section and you can turn it into a photo gallery like this. You can have these different color backgrounds. So go ahead and save that. So I click on this, edit background, and we can change the color. We can do scrolling effects, stuff like that. Here's our advanced features, so we can align our content a little bit. So if you want it to be up on the top, then you can do that. If not, then not. And here we're going to change our background a little bit. We're going to make it like black. Why not? So we can do cool stuff like that. Let's go ahead and erase this real quick. I'm going to erase that one and this one, because what it does is it actually adds a spaces to it, so that way everything kind of fits a little bit better. Alright, let's add another section here. We can see what else we can do. So that was the gallery. We can add our teams. So basically what this does is it just adds that little segment that would show like all the different people who work in your company. Again, really cool. I think you guys can kind of see how that works. I don't know if I really need to go too crazy with that. One of the neat things about it though is that you can add images to the background. So for example, in this case right here, you can see that instead of using like a solid color, you can actually add an image there, and then you can still overlay things over that image, which is really cool. It's something we weren't able to do before. So I'll cancel that. Oh, they sure are. Okay. So I'll grab another section over here. And if we want to do like featured products, we can do that right here. Again, really cool. And what the nice thing about these things and what they do to help with the design of the website is it kind of break the site into like different sections, and it makes it a little bit easier to separate things into where you want them to go. You can do your menus like so. Again, pretty spiffy. And you can do your contact forms like this as well, which again is really neat. Now, the one that I want to do today is I'm going to do... Actually, we're not going to do any of that. We're going to edit our background. And we can come over here and, like I said before, we can do a channel with no video. Oh, sorry. People in the chat, I thought we were talking about my videos. Okay, so we have our background here. We can do images. Let's see if we can find a pretty picture here. Get a second to load. There we go. Alright, so again, we can still move the images around a little bit, usually. Come on, toaster. We actually have 3 people who are watching right now, so That's the reason I was thinking that. So we can go ahead and save that. And then if we decide we want to see a little bit more of the picture, we can drag this down. And we can actually make this a full screen thing. Like so. Again, pretty cool. Thanks. Chats are fun today. Alright, let's see what else we can do with this thing. So instead of doing an image, oh, we can do a scroll effect. Let me show you this real quick. You can do either a parallax or a reveal. So what a parallax does is the image will stay still as you're scrolling up and down, like that. And a reveal, it's not working now. Normally what it'll do is as you scroll down, then it will pull the picture up, and it's kind of neat too. So let's roll back real quick. So instead of doing a picture, let's, colors aren't really anything too special. So we're not going to even do anything with that. But let's look at the videos. So we're going to add a video here. Which video guys do you, I cannot talk. Which video do you guys want to see? Blah, 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 blah. Alright, it's like that. And there we go. So we'll go ahead and use this one. And we still have our video effects over here too, so we can do our reveal. So let's do this real quick. We're going to publish this. And we're going to go over here to our site. And we're going to scroll down and see what it looks like. Yeah. So the scrolling effect doesn't seem to really want to work too well. But you can see we have a video background on here now. And actually, once we get into a little bit further in the into these tutorials, and one of the things I want to show you guys is how we can do this using a custom theme. And we can do full video backgrounds all the time. It's really neat. Hey, can we add to put a video on a free account? To add it to a free account, technically yes, but it's a little bit more difficult. You would actually have to code it in yourself. In order to use these parts of the website, you do have to have one of their premium accounts. I think that it is. I think you have to get the middle one. I think it's like the. Let me double check. Because I do know that's a paid feature. Alright, so we are using the. Where are all the other ones? Alright, so I guess it has to either be a business or performance one. So, yeah, unfortunately you are going to have to pay for it. And that does kind of suck. Trying to think if there are other ways to do it. I think you can do it. You might be able to do it through an app, but I'm not 100% sure. Actually, I'd kind of doubt it. You might also want to look into a custom theme, and I'll be showing you guys how to do those in the next video. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Let's see. As far as adding it manually, then basically what you would have to do is you'd have to get into your whoops, come back. You'd have to get into your theme options, I believe is where it is, and then you can come over. Hey, come back. And then you can edit your HTML and your CSS from here. And sometimes you're able to code that in, but it's not something that I actually know how to do. I've never tried to do it, and when I've done this in the past for other programs, then we actually use a different piece of software to build these websites. We use a program called Adobe Muse, which has a couple of features that let us do things like that. So yeah, I think that you do have to pay for it. Theme designer, ooh, I wonder if we can start building themes now. That'd be cool. So that is the video section. Whoops, trying to see what else I can show you guys from here. So we can preview the video, we can loop the video. Not really a lot of scrolling effects. There are other ones, and I wonder if it's just a question of size. I've seen them, well, I guess I haven't. That's for the images. So anyways, that's the section button. It's really cool. You can add your content into this, so we can actually put like our newsletter form, for example. We'll just stick it right here. Come on. Like that. And so you can actually have your newsletter on top of the video. So I'll publish this again. Reload over here. There you go, like that. So pretty spiffy. Just to let you guys know, I'm not actually going to be doing the yes, that is the plan, and I'm gonna mispronounce your guys' names really badly. So it's Abby, and Pranav. I'm not good with pronouncing names outside of English and Spanish. I'm sorry, but yeah, definitely the next video is going to be on custom themes. We're actually going to be working with a theme developer, and they have some really cool stuff that they want to show. So we're going to be doing that as kind of like a collaboration. It's going to be really neat. We're excited about it. But yeah, so that is the section tile, and like I said, it's really cool. We're actually really excited to have it. And so, oh, cool! I'm awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of some of these other ones on here. They're just still here. I'm gonna delete that one. And okay, so other neat features that we have here on Weebly now is we're able to add in our layouts more easily. So again, we had the same thing that we were looking at before: galleries, teams, featured, menu, contact. We can still edit our backgrounds like we could before. This is just another section that's just a little bit further down. I believe this page is set to a, yeah, we do have our header. Awesome. And we can, change it to like a splash page or something like that. And then we should be able to add a section. Where are they? Oh, this page. All right, we'll go back then. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Yes, you certainly can add a free newsletter to this. If you want to do that, I would actually suggest that you do it through something like MailChimp, because that is going to be completely free for you, and it gives you a whole lot more functionality than what you can get just through the Weebly version. And like I said, that's mostly free unless you're sending out, I think the limit's like 5,000 emails a month or something like that. So it's pretty forgiving, and it gives you a lot of options and things like that. And you can make some really cool things. And then of course you can always take those emails and you can export them into other systems and other email tools and things like that. So yeah, I definitely do that. Like I said, it's free, it's easy to do. I think I have a couple of tutorials on MailChimp here on the channel, but I'll have to double check. So yeah, MailChimp's the way to do that. And what you can do then is, yes, Jotform is definitely better than the Weebly newsletter too. I was just gonna, and you can actually do this with Jotform as well. What you can then do is you can embed those forms into your website just using the HTML tile, this little guy right here, and then that'll work, and then it'll just show up, and it's pretty neat. The only thing about using Jotform just collects the emails. I don't know if they have a way to actually send out the newsletters from there, but you can collect emails and contact forms and things like that. And yes, the monkey is awesome when you finish sending out your campaigns. Then it gives you a virtual high five, and I absolutely love that. So every time it happens, I have to high five my screen, and my wife thinks I'm insane. But yeah, it's really easy. They'll give you the embed code. Just grab your embed code tile right here, drop it over here, copy, paste, and you're done. So that's definitely the way to do it if that's the way you want to go. All right, for those of us who are joining for the first time, then let me just go over these real quick. Your titles. Title is this one right here. This thing's running kind of slow today. There we go. And this is just going to be your, so it's at the white, there we go. What on earth? All right, let's try deleting this real quick. All right, let's reload the page real quick. I think I just had too much stuff going on my computer. It's starting to go a little twitchy on me. I'll drag it down here instead. There we go. So here's your titles. That's where you title things. It's pretty handy. Your text is right here, goes right underneath it. So you use your titles. These will be kind of like your H1 tags. This is what you use to let people know that yeah. Well, the idea is to record this for the entire group that people that's going to watch. It's like the last one that I'm getting gets about 2,000 views. It's 2,700 views a month, and all people who are just starting. So that's the reason I have to go over all these different things. Text is just where you add your text. For your titles like this, it's really neat and it's important you use these because these will actually kind of trigger things within Google to let Google know that this is for this. You're identifying this section of the text. Images are pretty simple. Galleries are basically just a whole bunch of images stuck together like this. I don't have any pictures that I can upload. Slideshow are moving pictures. Oh, not a problem. Maps are always neat. I definitely suggest that you use maps. The thing about using a map, though, is when you're adding a map to your website, instead of using, this is the Google map, right? Yeah. Instead of using these built-in maps, what I would suggest you guys do is actually go to maps.google.com and create your own map. And then what you want to do is you can take like this little marker right here, and you want to specifically point to where your website or to where your business is, and then add links to like your website and all your contact information to that, and it will actually count as a backlink. It's not like a super powerful backlink, but it definitely does help. And you can even rank those maps in Google, and you can get a whole bunch of traffic from that. So let me show you real quick. Not sure if you guys have heard of Pokemon Go map, Utah. So I live in Utah, right? And you can see the #1 result here. Actually, you know what? Just to be safe, let me pull up the incognito version. That way my search history doesn't tweak our results at all. Okay, still #1. So Pokemon Go map of Utah. We are ranking #1 for this out of 3.6 million results. And so get this thing to load up. And what this does is this is just a map of where we find like different Pokemon here in the silly game. And then we have like businesses on here marked as well. So people who give like different coupons for players, then you can come in and do this. But the neat thing about doing this is look at how many views this thing has. It has 126,000 views, and this thing has been up since July. So it's been, 3 months? So it's getting 40,000 views a month. And so this can be a really, really powerful tool to help you expand the reach of your website, so that way you're able to bring more people into it, because then all you have to do is they come over here, they see this, and they click on it. So like this is an affiliate that I am marketing. They click on the little symbol, here's a link to their website, and so on. Pretty spiffy. So if you're going to be adding a website or to a map to your website for your physical location, go that way instead, because you'll get a lot more benefit out of it. If you're just looking to show people where you are, then this works too. But like I said, it's better to go the other route. The contact forms and your newsletter form, both of these are both the same. We were talking about Jotform, and so if you guys want to use Jotform to do that instead, perfectly fine. In fact, Jotform is really awesome. They have a Jotform app right here, and you can just go to jotform.com. It's also free. The newsletter form is going to be the same, so you can just sign up there. And then of course we have buttons. Everybody knows how a button works, so we won't go into too much detail over that. I don't think they changed anything with the buttons at all. The only real... Okay, well I guess there are a couple things here. You can add a phone number to a button. So for example, if you're looking at the website on the mobile version, then you push this button and it should automatically dial that number for you, so you don't have to like copy the number or anything like that. You just push the button and the phone starts ringing. So another really, really handy tool. Another neat thing they've recently added is we can now link to specific blog posts. So before we'd have to publish the post and then go to that actual URL, copy that URL, and then bring it back over here and link it as a normal website URL like this. But now we can just go straight to the post, so that's really neat. And then you can also download files and things like that as well. So I guess there have been a couple of updates to the button function. The embed code, we talked about that just a minute ago. That's just how you embed HTML to the website. So you can use this for your Jot forms. You can use this for your MailChimp. How long does it take? It takes me forever to make a good website. But, okay, check the button style for only 4 styles. I actually don't make very many websites. My wife does. She's the main designer here in our business. And so she can pull out a really good website, depending on the number of resources that she has and what she needs to do. She can make a good website, and usually takes her a week or two, but then the website just looks absolutely stunning. And if I do it, then you get stuff that kind of looks like this. As far as button styles, yes, we have the 4 button styles right here, and you should be able to see different versions of the buttons by switching out your themes like this. And it should change our button styles. Whoops. Oh, guess not. Guess I changed that. You can do different buttons, but the way that you would do it is you would actually take your image. You'd use your image tool right here, and then you would just upload an image of the button that you want, and then you take that image and you turn it into a I have any buttons over here? Alright, let me find a picture real quick. Anyways, the idea is that you can turn this image into a button, and you do that just by clicking over here on link, and then you can link that out to other places. So yeah, I mean, buttons are always going to be a little bit limited, but it's that is an option. And I think I had to double check, but I think that with the custom themes, you get more button options as well. So, and that's something that we're going to be exploring quite a bit here in the next video. Let's see here. Dividers are pretty simple and straightforward. They just had like a little line like that, kind of just to divide the site a little bit. Spacers just add a space between different things on the site, so your different elements. When you see this little lightning bolt right here, that means that it has to be, this is one of the paid options. So if you want to upload HD video to your website, then you do have to pay for it. I've used this, I've only actually used this once, and that was for an online course that I put together. So if any of you guys are interested in how to optimize YouTube videos, so that way, you know, they show up high in rank in Google and YouTube searches, then that's what I show how to do on there. And what I did with that was I uploaded all of these videos to the website using this function, and then I put them behind a membership wall. In order to become a member, you have to pay the monthly fee. So that's the only time I've ever used this, and you'd probably do the same thing with the audio option as well. And this is probably something you would do for like podcasts and things like that. Yeah, we're really excited about the next video too. This is going to be the first time we've done anything that's kind of like sponsored ish, and so it's going to be a neat experience. If I remember correctly, then you can still embed audio players from things like SoundCloud and from certain podcast platforms. So it kind of works like embedding a YouTube video, which we'll talk about in just a second. And then that way you don't have to use the paid features. Documents, you can upload entire documents on here. So that way if somebody wants to like read part of your book, so like if you have a PDF on here, then you can do that. I've only used this for one other thing as well. In fact, I took that down now that I think about it. I was using it for a translation dictionary, but we never got too far with it. So that's the document one. The YouTube one's pretty cool as well, and there are two ways to add a YouTube video to a yeah, it's not very pretty, is it? There's two ways to add a YouTube video to your website, and this is actually really important because if you are going to be using YouTube, then this will count as a backlink for your channel, and that's very, very helpful. So let me see if I can do this real quick. Actually, I wonder if I can do it over here. I just have a whole bunch of YouTube things running right now, and I don't want to goof anything up. So we're going to do this in two different ways. I just want to make sure that I don't do anything here that I shouldn't. This will work. Okay, let me pause this real quick. So here's our last tutorial, and first thing you can do is you can copy this URL. Oh, you guys can't see the URL. Okay, you can copy the URL which you have right here, and then you come back over here, you click on the YouTube video and you paste that in, and it goes like this. Okay, and what's neat about doing this is that it will adjust the size of the video player based on the size of the screen, and so that's really helpful, especially if you're going to be working on like mobile devices and things like that. The other option is you can come over here and scroll down a little bit where it says share, and then click where it says embed, and you copy this code right here. We're going to come back over here. We're going to grab our embed code. I'm just going to drop it. Oh, I guess we already have a couple of these. All right. Paste that like that, and we're going to center it just because we can. And there you go. That's another way to embed it. So as far as ranking, I'm not sure if there's really a difference between the two if you're trying to use this as a backlink for your YouTube channel. But personally, I prefer going with this option just because it's easier for the user and it's responsive. If I remember correctly, the bottom one is not responsive. Let's check. Where'd they go? Yeah, not responsive. You can see how it's cutting off right there. So just something to keep in mind. All right, where do we stop? Flash, nobody uses this anymore, but they still have it. You can upload a Flash file, and I think they're usually called like Flash movies or something like that. So if you have like a moving ad that you want to put on there or something like that, then that will be a big help. Let's see here, what else? And then files. So like if you want to give people a way to download a file, then you can do that right here. And again, that's pretty handy if you have like a I'll show you. Have you guys ever seen on like Facebook or even here on YouTube and some of these other places where somebody say, hey, sign up for my free newsletter and you can download this free file thing, right? So the way that works, and what's pretty cool about it, is you can grab your MailChimp sign up form right here, and then as soon as somebody fills out that form, it will actually forward them to another page. And then as soon as they get to the page, then they can download the file. And so that way you can capture their email accounts and their email addresses before sending them over here, and that way you can start building up your email list. Pretty handy. E-commerce, we're going to be talking about e-commerce quite a bit here in a little bit because that's what we're going to be doing with this particular website. And we don't have any products that we're going to be adding to this. Well, maybe we do. Do I have my... I don't think I saved any of the pictures. Okay. Anyway, so this is where you would add pictures and information about your products. And so what we're going to be doing with this website is we're actually going to turn this into an online store where people can purchase like things for their offices. And so it's going to be really cool. I'm actually really excited about it. So we have a couple of different products right now that we're going to be promoting on here. And so we're going to get into that probably not in the next video, but in the one that comes after that. So next one I'm actually going to have my designer come in and make the site look pretty. So go ahead and close all of this. But you can add in your products and your product categories using these two. And like I said, we'll get into a lot better, a lot more detail on those. Your search box, that's this thing. Oh, do I not have it anymore? Okay. Search box just makes it easier for people to find stuff on your website. So like we don't have anything on here right now. Excuse me. But eventually that is going to be really handy, especially since we're going to be doing like an e-commerce kind of store. And if you're also doing things like a blog, this really helps because then you can find specific information on specific posts. Block quotes are pretty cool. It's just a quote, so you can put over here, Triston is the awesomest YouTuber alive. And like that. And that way people can see like this is supposed to be like a quote. So social icons, again, pretty simple, straightforward. The way that you edit these, manage icons, Facebook, and then what you do is you will go through and add actual links to your social profiles and sites. So you want to make sure that you do that. You can turn them on and off. You can add other ones as well. So that comes automatically with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and your email. We can add Flickr, Pinterest, Google+, YouTube, which is awesome. Who doesn't love YouTube, right? You can do an RSVP form. This is actually pretty handy too, because if you're doing any sort of like consultations or things like that, then that way you can actually make it so people have to fill out this form and set up an appointment with you. There are other apps that do this. There's one called Calendarly or something like that. I'll find a link as soon as I can and add that to the description of the video. But you can use this as well, so that way if you're going to be doing any sort of appointments with a customer, then you want to make sure they're actually going to show up. So that's how that part works. You can add a survey. So if you want to survey anybody, then we can do that as well. It says here that you have Google AdSense. I haven't actually had any success with this. You'll need to connect your account to a Google AdSense account. and then what it'll do is it will start displaying ads on your website. But there are a couple reasons to not do this. First off, Google AdSense does not pay very much, and so it's kind of wasting space, and it can kind of drive off viewers as well, because if they're not looking for ads, then they're not going to really appreciate seeing ads. And so I've actually stopped using this altogether. But if you are looking for getting a little bit of AdSense revenue, then this is how you would do that. The other way to do it is you can also get the code directly from Google AdSense, and then they will bring that in, and you can copy those codes and paste them using the embed code. Again, this is probably the most helpful tile that they have on here. Let's see what else. Feed readers, you will see these for your blogs, like that. And there's actually a few more of these things that are a little bit hard to find if you come over here to your blog page. Okay, so on your blog page you actually have a couple different tiles that you wouldn't normally have. You have your Flickr badge. I'm not even sure what Flickr is, but that's where you have that. You have your LinkedIn button. You have a blog archive, which is this right here. Again, this is really, really handy. Yes, I do quite a bit of affiliate marketing. So that's for affiliate marketing. Then again, using that embed code is going to be really helpful, because that's how you would actually add in that code, so that way it looks right. Otherwise, you can do things like anchor text or buttons or things like that. But yeah, most of my work up till now has been in client SEO and YouTube SEO, but I decided to get a little bit more into affiliates. I do a little bit here with the website, and eventually we'll be doing, I am going to be putting some affiliates on this particular site, but a lot of what I do is actually through YouTube, just because I already have the tools and it's a little bit easier for me. I'm trying to think what else. In fact, I'll show you guys some really funny affiliate videos here in a minute if you guys want. But let's see here. There's your blog feed. That's that right here. And so this is for if you use any sort of blog, what's the word? It's an app that takes a whole bunch of different blogs and it puts them all into a single app. So these things are like really helpful for like if you're on mobile and you just like to read stuff, then that's what you can do. I actually use that on my cell phone, and I just followed like 10 or 15 blogs that I enjoy reading. So that's how that works. And then of course your blog categories are right here. And again, that's going to be pretty neat. So those are the built-in apps, and then we also have, or tiles, and we also have some other ones that we can add to these as well. And these things are constantly being updated, and so I'm not going to let me check real quick. It says, hey, the Hey Yo Yeah app works really well. Is it helpful? I'm not sure what that is. Let's take a look. Hey Yo Yeah. Voice comments and reviews. Oh, I've never seen this. Let's see here. There's a comments and reviews widget that can be easily added to your content site or e-commerce stores. It allows users to communicate with each other through 30-second voice snippets. This means it's easy for anyone to share their thoughts and opinions on products, services, and articles. You can also use Hey Yo Yeah to record product pitches, special offers, and responses to user comments. Mobile users will be able to post voice comments by. That's kind of neat. I've never seen this before. I can see it going downhill really fast just because of the nature of the internet, but it's definitely cool. And if it's free, then that's even better. We're gonna play with it and see what we can do with it. I think that would be really neat to add for our for the review section for some of the products that we'd be liking to look at. And so I think that if nothing else, we'll give it a try. It looks really cool. I've never seen anything like this before. So, all right, we'll definitely be taking a look at that. But that's a really good example of the extra kind of features and functionality that you can add to your website using these apps, because like I said, there's not a tile for this, Whoops, let's head back. But there's a whole bunch of these different things that you can find. So I'll head over here to the App Center real quick. So we have apps made specifically by Weebly, things to increase sales, get more social, boost traffic. I'm always a little hesitant of anything that says it can help you boost traffic, because I don't know, maybe I'm just picky. Color blocks is a really helpful one that I've been seeing a lot of people use lately, And what it does is if you have like your text right here, so like you have your image like this, right? And you have your video, you can actually put a video or a colored box around this section. So that way it's easier to see and interact with the content even though it has a video or an image behind it. Counters are neat. Here's your event calendar. I'm using my event calendar on this site right here. At least I was. Is it still on here? No, open resources. This is the course I was telling you guys about. Did I erase it? Oh, here it is. So I haven't added any new events to this in a little bit, but the way that this works is you can add events to this calendar, and that way anybody who's on the site can come in and see when you're going to be doing like webinars or live streams or playing certain video games on YouTube, or when you're going to be uploading a new blog post, when a new product's coming out, stuff like that. Again, pretty handy and awesome. Mosaic galleries, easy contact form, tabs, accordions. I have 2 customers who are using these right now. They had them before I came in, and we've fallen absolutely in love with them. So an accordion, we're going to add this real quick. To add one of these apps, it's super easy. You click on it, and you click over here where it says add, and then you click connect. Yay, it's been successfully installed. Let's close this. And now this will show up down here where it says third party. Then you just drag and drop this right here, for example. Oops. Well, I want to see it. Okay, so we're going to rename this one Table 1, right? Okay. Then whenever somebody clicks on this, then you can add a flash file. Whoops, not over there. Right there. And that way you can kind of like hide stuff and things like that. It's pretty cool as well. Yep, just like that. So yeah, those are the apps, and there are a lot of these that are really helpful. The ones that I use the most, we've started using this color block one a lot. We've been using the accordion and the tab ones a lot. The scroll back to the top can be really helpful. That one's new. That would probably be helpful for our project as well. There's another one. It's a chat app. Facebook Live Chat's actually pretty handy because that'll let it sets it up so that way whenever somebody comes to your website and they need to talk to you, or they want to talk to you, then it will automatically go over to your Facebook Live, to your Facebook chat for your business, and that's also really helpful. There's another one here that I'm trying to find. Live Chat, there we go. So what Live Chat does is it puts a little tile in the upper right hand corner of your screen right here. Is it still up on this one? No, I removed it. Okay. And then that way whenever somebody clicks on it, then it will open up a chat and then they can actually talk to you. So again, that's pretty cool. The Reviews app. Which one is the Reviews app? The Reviews app. Was there a Reviews app that I didn't notice, or is it a specific one? Message Cat is better. Which one's Message Cat? Yeah, I mean there are a lot of options over here. It's like, so just pick the one that works best for you, and a lot of these will have like a free trial that you can test out, and then if you decide that you like it, you can keep it. And if you decide you don't like it, then you get rid of it. Message Cat. I can't find the Message Cat one. But yeah, I mean there are a lot of these, and if you guys have like specific apps that you've used and that you've been really happy with, please please let us know in the comments too once the video goes live. So, oh wait, is it Massage Cat or is it Message Cat? Message Mates Messenger Cat. Is this the one? Take a look real quick. Facebook Messenger chat platform. Okay. So it looks like it's like the the Facebook one. Yep. Delivers customers' messages right to your Facebook Messenger inbox, which you can check instantly on both desktop and mobile. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty handy. And like I said, the nice thing about this is that it lets people be able to talk to you. It lets them ask questions, and it's really cool. And so I really like using these kinds of apps. In fact, I need to be installing them in a lot more of my platforms. So definitely cool. Thanks for the recommendation. I'm taking a look at that. But yeah, so that's how you add in all of your apps. And like I said, they'll always show up over here on your Elements tab at the very bottom down here under third party. And when you get into custom themes, then you'll see a lot of third-party apps showing up down here as well. Okay, let me see. So that's all of this stuff. As far as the pages, this is how you get to the different pages of your site to work on them. And this is how you can rearrange them. So like, for example, if you want to make it set whenever you mouse over home, then the shop button shows up. All you do is you just grab this and move it a little over here to the side. And if you want to go a couple layers down, you can do it like this. Now go shop, home, and about. And so I'll move these back over here. Adding new pages just by clicking that. Non-clickable menus. Go like this. So like this one, this isn't actually a link to a page, but we can put this under there. So if you want to organize things a little bit, that's how you would do that. Again, pretty handy. You can also do links to external pages. So I have one of these over here. So this is an affiliate site that we put together for another project. If you click over here with Amazon store, oh, it does leave us over here now. Before this would take you straight to this Amazon store, but we actually took the store and we embedded it into the website. So never mind, ignore that last little part. You can add your blog pages. The only difference between a blog page and a normal page is that the blog page has the blog function built into it, whereas with the standard page it does not. And then if you want to make any changes to your pages, then we can add different headers types. So we have a header, no header, and a splash. You can make it so it's visible. So you have to have a password to sign in, or it is members only. And again, that's what we did over here. So like to access this part of the website, then you have to be a member of the site, which is free. And that way you can kind of control things a little bit. And here's your SEO settings. And I would suggest that you do come in and you optimize each one of these pages individually, as well as doing the entire site. And again, that's going to be a part of the tutorial. We're going to dig into some very, very in-depth stuff as far as the SEO, because that's what I do, and so that's what I like to talk about. But that's how you edit the actual settings for individual pages. Over here you have your themes, so you can change your theme just by clicking on the change theme button. There are a bunch of these. You can change all the fonts for your theme. So for example, if you want to change the font up here for your menus, you come over here to the navigation menu, and then you can just start changing these things around. See? Like that. Or you can come in here and get something that's really going to be different. That's not too different. Here we go. Boom. Different texts. So that's our font. So that's how you do that. And you can do the same thing for your sub menus and everything else. We're actually going to go back to the way it was. I don't remember which one it was. Well, we'll go with that one. It works. Looks good. So that's how you change all of that. You can change like your image. Oh, these are all just changing fonts. This theme designer area, this is actually something new. I haven't seen this before, and so I'm going to dig into this and see what we can do with it. We've actually been looking for a way to create themes, and so if we can do that now, that's going to be really cool. And here are your theme options. So you can go full width bodies, you can do header gradients, and you can change your navigation bar. So, and again, these will change depending on the theme that you're using. For your storefronts, this is how you add all of your products. This is how you check on your orders, how you add coupons, and so on. Any sort of contact stuff that you get, things like that. Here are your settings. These are just the general settings for the website. So here's like the site titles, site categories. If you want to do like a password, just all kinds of just general stuff. Here's where you do your general SEO for the entire page, like that. Here's where you add editors. So for example, if you want to hire my wife to come and design your website, then you can add her like this. You just click over here where it says add editor, put in her email address, and then push the button right here. So you can do that. Again, pretty handy. This is for your memberships. So for example, like we were talking about with this website over here, I think I have like 10 or 20 members right now, so all their names and their email addresses show up right here. And then you can add them to certain groups so you can give them more options. So for example, in my website, you can sign up for a member, that's free. And that will give you access to, to this page. But if you want to get to the actual course training, like you can see right here where it tells you all about the different SEO stuff for YouTube videos, then you actually have to be a paid member. And so over here, I have all my members right here, and then I have two groups. I have paid members and non-paid members. And so whenever you pay, I move you into the paid members, and whenever you stop paying, I move you into the unpaid members. And that way I can control the access that people have to the website, to the content of the website. So pretty cool. Over here you have your apps, so you can control them all in one place. This is also where you go to remove your apps. And then finally, blogs. This is where you set up like the number of posts that will show up on each page. This is how you set up your commenting section. I like the Facebook commenting section and stuff like that. So, what do I have for help? Yeah, just help stuff. But that is the basic overview of how all these different tiles and how all these different things work together and how you actually design the site. And then, like I said in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to be working with a custom theme, and I'm going to have my designer come in, and she's actually going to make the website, and it's going to look really pretty. So that's that. So yeah, the only other thing that I can think of as far as actually building the websites is, like I said, the embed code tile right here. This is a very, very powerful tool and resource that you can use for a whole bunch of different things. So if you want to embed, if you want to put a YouTube video on your channel or on your website and you don't want to use this tile, then you can embed that code. If you have an ad that you want to place on your website, for like an affiliate or something like that, then this is the code that this is the thing that you would use. If you want to add a Google Calendar, that's what you use. If you want to use a Google Map, that's what you use. If you want to, pretty much anything else that you would want to do, anything outside of Weebly, that's how you would do it. And it makes it really simple. It makes everything work really well. So like this whole section right over here, this is an actual Amazon page, but it's inside of my website. Let me bring this down for a second so you can see it. So you can see we're on lavadragons.com/Amazon-store. But if you were to purchase any of these things, if you were to click on them, see, you're still on the same exact page, but now you can purchase this product on Amazon, and it takes you straight over here. Then you just push the button, you throw money at them, and you get the product. So again, this whole little part right here was done super easily, just adding that code. So really, really easy stuff to do, and it's not hard at all. And what we're going to be doing with this particular website is we're actually going to also be bringing in like Shopify and a couple of other tools, and even some of these Amazon stores, things like this, so that way you can sell your own Amazon products on your website. You can sell other people's products on your website, and you still always get that same functionality as if you were on Amazon, as if you were on Shopify or any of these other different platforms. And that's really the coolest thing about Weebly, is that you have so much flexibility and functionality that's built in. And honestly, that's the reason why I prefer Weebly over things like WordPress, for example, just because with WordPress, you have to go out and you have to find a plugin, you have to make sure the plugin works, you have to make sure that everything's configured correctly. With Weebly, it's all built into it. So, it costs a little bit more than WordPress does, but I think that it balances out. But that is a quick tour. We've been on here for almost an hour of all the different things that you can do with the built-in functionalities within Weebly, and how you can actually build your websites and do a whole bunch of really neat stuff. So you can do a lot more than just text and headers and maybe a couple of pictures. We can do video back. Actually, let's publish this real quick. We have video backgrounds now. We have all kinds of really neat toys and things that we can play with. And it just adds so much functionality to our websites. It adds so many things that we can do that I've been really happy with it. That is a big YouTube video. Yep. There it is. Awesome. So, yeah, that I think that'll do it for this quick. I keep saying quick. It's a really long video. I think this is one of the longest ones I've done. But that'll do it for this video. Unless you guys in the chat have any more questions for me, then I'll go ahead and take care of those. But so yeah, like I said, the next video we're going to be talking about the custom themes, and then after that we're going to start adding products to our website, and then we're going to start doing the SEO for the website, and then we're going to start marketing and promoting our products and seeing how we can make some money from it. So give just a second to see if my chat will update. There's a little bit of a delay. It's like a 20-second delay, so I want to be sure there aren't any other questions. Okay, doesn't look like it. So again, my name is Tristan. I'm from utahseo.ninja. We are a marketing and design company based here in northern Utah, and our job is to help connect businesses with their customers, and we do that through things like this, trying to help people get started with their websites and grow and things like that. And it's something that we really enjoy doing. And if you guys do have any questions that you'd like to ask us directly, then you can either leave a comment in the comment section below, or you can email me, and you'll find my email address in the description. And so yeah, we try to answer every comment within 24 hours. And if this is your first time here, and if you like what you've seen so far, we definitely would like to invite you to subscribe. We release videos like this all the time, and we try to be as generally helpful as possible. But yeah, so that'll do it for me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.